Let's try it over. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live scrimmage action coming at you right now. It is going to be on MLG's Shakura's Plateau. Got to love that. That's going to make everybody extremely happy. Everyone's favorite map, right? Okay, maybe not, but it is definitely a good one and relatively balanced. It is going to be a best-of-3 scrimmage here on Art of War territory, it seems. AoWKnighter taking on AoWBlaze. This is going to be a little bit of fun, that's for sure. If not a lot, that could be a definite possibility here. It is going to be Protoss versus Terran. AoWBlaze is going to be our red Terran down here in the bottom right-hand corner. Kniter is our yellow Protoss up here in the top left, and there is going to be some chat. Blaze, says Kniter. Yo, yo, says Blaze. I love you. Nothing else to it, says Kniter. And Blaze says, hee hee, and gives him a heart back. Isn't that sweet? So I'm glad that we had that wonderful chat there. That saves us having to cast nothing going on. And but that's just the nature of the first 2-3 minutes of the game. There's usually not tons, especially with standard openers. Now we do have Blaze looking to start a barracks. He does have his supply depot down already. Barracks going down in pretty decent time. No wall off quite yet. In the meantime, we do have Kniter starting with a gateway here. So not going to be a 15 Nexus. Not going to get crazy on it. But that's okay. We do have the gateway going down in great time. Looks to be a standard opener. And Art of War's Kniter. Okay, clan AoW.tk. You guys saw it right there. Clan AoW.tk. Kniter does have some t-shirts on the way. They're going to be beginning to be produced here fairly shortly. And he's already got 18 of them. People already begging to buy them, apparently. And have gotten an order in, I guess, of some kind. So that's awesome. Kniter gearing up to be in great shape that way, that's for sure. And yeah, so go check it out. You saw the link there. We'll try and put it underneath the YouTube video too. Why not? After we get this up on YouTube. So if you are watching it on YouTube, check the chat below and see if it is there. If not, then get on me. Send me a message and we'll see if we can't get that for you. But yeah, so we do have standard opener again for Kniter. It is going to be his Cybercore going down in great time. Notice that we do have a double racks and a pylon going down. Is going to be scouting those for just a second. Look at that. And Blaze saying, you know what, it does not matter. I am going to go ahead and put down my Tech Lab because I need it. Tech Lab first here for Blaze. Notice that the pylon getting a lot of intel in. Now that is going to cost him 100 minerals, but it may be well worth it. And the second barracks going to be complete, and down goes the pylon, but there is only one gas, and because of that positioning of the pylon, he did see one single gas, so he knows it is going to be 2 racks pressure at this point. We do have that reactor going down here for Blaze in great time, and going to be gearing up for some unit production here. It looks like we do have Stim going down first of all things. Wow. So it looks like he is going to go Stim, and then probably get out, I would assume, that concussive shell research right afterwards. Oh, maybe not. Never mind. It may not be. It may not be, because he is getting this command center here fairly quickly. Well, it's not too fast. It is a little earlier than if he was going for that serious 2 racks pressure. But I don't know. I mean, he could still put some 2 racks pressure on. We'll see if that's what he's going to do. But let's check in on Kniter and see where he is at. You do all know and love Kniter. He used to be known as AoW's Giraffe, but he did change his name back to Kniter. Apparently Kniter was his name before Starcraft came out. He had used that name in all of his other gaming extravaganza stuff. Exploits, that's the word I'm looking for. And all of his other gaming exploits. But yeah, so good stuff. Kniter does have a robotics facility on the way. And his expand on the way as well. Does have that pylon down there so he can start warping in units on the low ground. And his warp gate tech should be complete here in just a little bit. Yes, it is. Now let's check and see what we got. It is going to be some Marauders out on the field. The third one, or the second one rather, is on the way right now. There's already one there, as well as a bunch of Marines. No more Marines quite yet. It looks like he is going to stop at that second Marauder and potentially push. Nope, there goes some more Marines queued up. So just a slight lapse there, but not too bad. We do have Orbital Command number 2 morphing into existence right now, looking pretty solid. Still on the 1 gas here, though, for Blaze. So not going to be teching quite yet. He is going to be building... Oh, my goodness. Are you serious? It is a 3rd command center going down exactly where he wants it. Getting this down before the 7-minute mark, ladies and gentlemen. This is crazy train. And yeah, here comes an observer. I wonder if he's going to try and snipe that. Now, if... oh, look at this. Knightr is going to cruise up into the main. He is going to see the second orbital here. Nothing can be done about it now. It is out. The information is out of the bag. Does see Blaze going for a heavy economic style play here. And going to be defending with just Marine Marauder here for a little while. We do have, look at that, combat shield going down. It is about halfway done. And it is 2 more racks. 3 more racks, I should say, on the way. So, wow, I mean, very, very not necessarily risky, but very, very aggressive economic play here from Blaze. I like it quite a bit. Now, let's check in on Knightr. We do have an Immortal out on the field as well as some sentries. One of these getting pretty close to full energy. It's that guy right there. Going to be able to toss down a couple force fields here should some attack come their way, but it does not look as though it is quite yet. And no new tech from him, though, at this point. Let's just check the units counting tab for a moment. Notice that Knightr does have 40 probes to his opponent's 30 SCVs, but obviously with 3 orbital commands, Blaze is going to be able to make up that difference with the mules. So pretty interesting. You can see that 3rd orbital command about to be complete here, and that is really solid economic position here for Blaze. We should see him potentially fly this out. I would guess that he's going to fly it to this position here, maybe? I don't know. Maybe he's just going to wait till he gets this expand fully saturated, and because you can see that he does have that rally set over here. So my guess is probably that, and then maybe fly it out somewhere, but have full saturation on 2 base. Notice he's getting more racks. Is going to absolutely be going heavy bile ball. In the meantime, we do have Knightr cruising out across the field. He does have what appears to be 6 stalkers, 4 sentries, 2 zealots, and 1 immortal. Count them up if you like. I think I'm right there, though. And yeah, there's going to be a forward pylon here. Are going to have some warp ins. Notice that he is scouting his opponent's high position here and going to rely on his force fielding to make this happen. I'm probably going to wait till this pylon is done before he tries to cruise up that ramp. Going to wait for 1 more warp in. Now he is on the 2 base. Notice that he does have just 4 gateways. Wow. 4 warp gates, and does have 1 nexus going down for his 3rd here in pretty dang good time. But warping in a couple zealots here, going to be moving right up the ramp, and off he goes. A scan going down. That's kind of interesting. He did kill that observer, and good force fields here, splitting that army. Absolutely perfect force fields there. And you can see Blaze ready and raring to go. Pulled all of his SCVs here. I don't think I would rush down there. I think I would just stay here at the bunkers. The bunker is going to be very, very effective here for just a little while, I think. Yep, he is going to be filling those guys up, I think, is a smart move. We do have another observer coming in here. Does see the army size, and it looks as though Knightr is going to press this attack. Going to rely on those force fields, it looks like. There he's going to be using a Guardian Shield. I think not a bad idea, but with that double bunker, this may be a little iffy. Looks like he is going to wait for just a little bit of tank here in those zealots. So not a bad idea. We'll see if he is going to push up this ramp. This is fairly solid defense, though. 1 stim here could be fairly epic in some ways for Blaze, especially if the force fields don't go down perfectly. Now we do have plenty of energy here. It looks like this guy still has full energy just about. But yeah, so not bad. I mean, that's a good deal of force fields that can go down. And we do have a Colossus now on the field. That's probably what Knightr was waiting for more than anything else. And moving up here now at this point, not a bad play. He's going to have to worry a little bit about the bunkers, but not too much. And there is Guardian Shield being used there. I like the Guardian Shield. Good force fields there yet again. Splitting the army. A lot of these guys not able to attack beyond these zealots. One of those bunkers does go down very quickly. That Colossus absolutely paying for itself right now, but it looks as though Knightr is going to have to back out. So Blaze doing a great job defensively. That's, like I was saying, that stim pretty good. He was able to get just enough into position there to take down that force there from Knightr with that stim. Just, wow, super effective. And Blaze does have a slight advantage here in the army size, it appears. Let's just check in on the units tab. Notice that Knightr does have 60 probes, Blaze with 43 SCVs, but 5 mules right now. Brutal stuff. And continuing to pump Marauders. Look at all these Marauders, guys. That is unbelievable. He's got several tech labs here, it appears, so I guess that he can produce as many as he wants. This orbital command flying out. Looks like he's going to... Oh, wow, we do have a drop, though. Dropping a couple of zealots here in the main. Going to do a little bit of damage, not tons. He did take out a couple SCVs, so not bad there, but it looks as though Blaze has just enough units there in position to go ahead and deal with that. So we should have checked on that. Sorry I missed the beginning of it, but it does look like he held it off in great style. Let's check in on his tech. We do have that robotics bay there. Going to be getting his Twilight Council here, so we could see some high temps. I think is probably going to be his best bet. Getting high temps and some Archons. Going to be super effective against this humongous bio ball that Blaze has concocted here. Now, he does have that third. Look at that. He just flew it out. Bah, I'll just take it. He's like, you're going to block me into my base? No problem. My buildings fly. I'll just fly it past you. Went ahead and took his third, while his opponent supposedly has him blocked in here. Pressing the attack here. Again, it looks like good force fields here. Going to be splitting that army. Those Colossus doing a lot of damage there. But these, wow, the Marauders with that range, super effective right now. It looks like he will be able to hold on. Stim being utilized there very effectively, but only taking out the meat shield because the force field placement was that good. So only Zealots really going down at that point, and Knightr going to be pretty close now in the, what do you call it? The supply count there. So good stuff. There's now triple Colossus on the field. That's a lot of DPS, guys. And it looks as though he will be cruising up this ramp. Good force fields here yet again. And Blaze just tanking the damage right now. Going to put some of these guys up on the high ground there and forcing his opponent to back out there yet again. Wow, unbelievable. That, I mean, just how quickly the meat shield of the Zealots disappears to this army, and then he really has to keep cruising forward with these units that he doesn't want to keep in range. But I don't know. I mean, this is once we reach a critical mass of Colossus here in Knight's army, it's going to be difficult for Blaze to hold this off. Now, stimming down here. Force field being used, splitting that army very well. Looks like half of this army is going to die here pretty quickly, but Blaze did force that pretty well, and he lost a lot of units there, but I think he might still be able to hold this, just considering his position here at the ramp. And I mean, it's not a bad deal. Now notice that he has taken his fourth base behind this as well, but so did Knightr. So great economic position here for Knightr. 60 probes, 46 SCVs for Blaze, and the mule advantage obviously going to be carrying him through, but he did get scouted here at his third and is going to go ahead and fly this sucker somewhere else, it appears. Now he still has this humongous bio ball, almost all Marauder army here. It's just crazy train. Got to love that. I would like to see, however, some ghosts out on the field. Do we have any ghosts quite yet? Let's just check the units tab and see. Nope, still just Marauders. So I would like to see some ghosts. I think some EMPs would be good. I mean, he does have the that Ghost Academy, but no ghosts yet. Oh, there we go. We've got 3 in production. So some EMPs now definitely on the way. I think is really going to be helpful, but here comes in a humongous army from Knightr. Going to be cruising up here. Good units split here, some up on the high ground, some on the low, but some of them not able to attack at this point. And Blaze really going to be taking a lot of damage. Like I said, that critical mass of units there from Knightr, absolutely effective. He's just got so many Colossus against this bio ball, and Blaze's army getting absolutely obliterated now. And there it is. GG, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be going into Game 2 here in just a moment, so we'll see you there. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live action coming at you right now. It is going to be Knightr taking on Blaze. Sorry about that, but it is Game 2 in this best of 3. And Blaze is going to be our red Terran player. He is spawning up here at the 12 o'clock position, looking really good. Knightr is going to be our yellow Protoss, spawning here at the 2 o'clock, so close air positions. We may potentially see a 1-1-1. It can be super effective given the shorter air distance for that Terran player there. So we'll see if he's going to do that. And that's going to be pretty cool, if at all possible, but we'll see. You never know. You never know. But in the meantime, Knightr is going to be building his Sim City here right next to the Nexus. Not a bad deal. Blaze does have his supply depot going down in very good time. Is going to have that complete right on time, it appears. Looking good. And yeah, cool. So good standard openers so far. We'll see if anything's going to be funky. No, it is not. It is Gateway first. Looking really solid, as well as a Barax. In very, very good time. Now there goes the gas. Looking good. And there goes the gas. Looking good. So standard timings. We don't see anything strange. Not going to be any super crazy rushes just yet. Yep. I think I'm funny. I know I'm not, but sometimes I think I am. Now we do have this probe scout here from Knightr, who is in his opponent's base, is going to see and sit and wait for a Marine to pop out. No, he's not. There he goes. He is going to evacuate that position. Maybe. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. He is going to stay in the base and potentially die. Just going to check around, get a little bit more scouting intel in. Is going to see the command center morphing into an orbital. Pretty good time. Does not see a second gas quite yet, so it is not going to be crazy tech pattern quite yet for Blaze. So juked, says Knightr. Juked. He's throwing it in his face. Is going to be evacuating, but this Marine saying, come back here, buddy. Probably not quite going to get the kill. Oh, sniped. Oh, man. Oh, funny. Sad face for Knightr, but great play there from Blaze. Loving it. Back to the word is bird for Knightr. Oh, funny. That's good stuff. Now we do have his second gas going down here in pretty good time, which does mean he will be ready to tech potentially. Is he going to go for any early pushes with a stalker or an early expand off of one gateway? Nope. There is a second gateway on the way. And a Stargate. Stargate. That's going to be tons of fun. We do have this double gas now for, oh, Blaze, look at you. Does have his own starport on the way. My guess is he's going to be skipping the factory tech and going straight for Banshees at this point. We'll see if that's the case. However, he does not know about the Stargate yet, which is going to work against him. All Knightr really has to do is get out like one or two. Phoenix absolutely rip through Banshees. I mean, oh man, it's like not even fair. Phoenix are like the perfect counter to Banshees. I mean, you think, yeah, obviously because Banshees don't attack air, but that's not the big reason, man. Phoenix do additional damage to light units, 2x the damage. Oh, but look at this. This Hellion does cruise in here. Is going to scout the Stargate tech and the Chrono going down. So lucky scouting there. Well, not lucky, just good scouting. I mean, good job, Blaze. You're not a lucky. I mean, you just know what you're doing. Good force field there. He did clean that up, but Knightr does have that tech revealed. We'll see if that is going to change what Blaze is going to do. I don't know. It probably going to just switch up here. Yeah, he's going to go for medevac and probably go for a drop, but still going to be a little bit difficult. Considering that air tech here. So I'm in a lot of Phoenix now. And yeah, I mean, looking really, really good. I think that this tech pattern for Knightr is just going to be difficult to counter at this point. I think probably the best thing to do at this point is just go heavy ground. You do see him putting down another barracks here. And another good thing to do would probably be to go ahead and get out a, what do you call it? A couple, missile turrets as well as an expansion. They say expansions are a good counter to Phoenix. So that's what they say. I tend to believe them. And we've got more, wow, a lot of Phoenix now on the way. Do have a Thor out on the field. Now that's kind of cool. Wow. Look at that. It does do additional damage versus light as well, so a good counter to Phoenix there is the Thor. So what do you know? Counters and counters and counters. Got to love it. Checking around here. Knightr does not see an expand. That is good for him. And an armory obviously on the field at this point, but wow, those javelin missiles, such long range there. Got to love that. If your name is Blaze, and he is absolutely pleased to be getting those guys out of his hair. Now let's just check the units tab. Notice that Knightr does have a substantial lead at this point, as well as taking a second base in a far position. Does make it cross positions from his opponent, so a hidden base in many respects, and could work very, very well in his favor here. Blaze doesn't really have any reason to be scouting down there quite yet. He hasn't even scouted the natural. Oh, look at that. He's scouting the natural right now, so that's good. Does scout the natural, does not see something, so he may get a little bit wary and may potentially try and scout the bait or the map just a little bit more. I think would be a wise decision at this point. He does have an SCV. Where is this guy headed? Let's follow his pattern. He's going to check the gold, is going to check up here, and guess what? Is going to check right where his opponent has expanded. Now this will be difficult for Knightr to defend. If I were Blaze, I would just take a small detachment of Marines and a medevac and send it down to this position. Now notice that Knightr is going to send these Phoenix over here to this position. And oh, is going to try and pick this guy up potentially. Yes, he does. But I think at this point Blaze can probably guess what that means. We'll see, but he is going to be pushing out here with double Thors, a decent amount of Marines. Got to consolidate that army there. He does have some SCVs in the mix for some repair on the Thors. And here we go. It is go time. Nice kiting here with the Marines. Picking up a lot of Marines here. That's not a bad idea, but Blaze doing a lot of damage, taking out quite a few units. Still has this medevac on the field, but yeah, the Thor is now able to do a lot. Ooh, look at that. Javelin missiles while they're bunched up there is really nice. But another Thor on the way. We do have, wow, the medevac still lived through that. And cruising up into Knight's base. Blaze in phenomenal shape right now with this unit composition. I like it quite a bit. Taking out all of those Phoenix. Those pesky Phoenix are now disappeared off of the map. We do have Immortals on the way, but it may be too little too late. This building getting focused down very, very quickly, and the second going to get focused down just as fast. Ladies and gentlemen, Blaze in phenomenal shape. One base play here, and it is going to be bunkers. Beautiful stuff. Oh man, that'll give his opponent something else to focus on. Pulling a lot of probes here, going to try and make it happen. He does have one immortal. They do additional damage to the Thors, but there is the GG. Well played. Beautiful game there. Blaze tying it up. It is going to come down to our last game that is on the way here in just a moment. Game 3. But thanks so much for everybody coming out watching. Don't alt tab. Always alt Starcraft. We'll see you guys in Game 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live scrimmage action coming at you right now. It is Art of War's Blaze taking on Art of War's Knightr. Tons and tons of fun there. And it is tied up in this best of 3, 1-1. So it all comes down to this. One last game, one last try. Who is going to take it down? Only one can win. Unless we get a tie, I guess, which tends to be relatively rare. But we shall see. We are in cross positions here on Antigua. I do like Antigua. It is a fairly balanced map. Cross positions on this map does make for very interesting gameplay. And we do have Knightr as our yellow Protoss up here in the top right-hand corner. Blaze in the bottom left. Looking really, really good. And we do have what appears to be a wall-off going down for Blaze. A standard opener, I do believe. Same thing here for Knightr. But one thing I do want to mention about this map, in cross positions, you do get to use the Zelnaga Tower quite a bit more. But also, when you're not in cross positions, then one of the players has to expand towards their opponent while the other gets to expand away, which is, I think, very, very... I mean, it's not imbalanced. It's not imbalanced, but it does put some potential pressure on one of the two players while the other one gets kind of a breath of relief in many respects. But Best out on the live stream, I do want to mention what he's saying here real quick, but I think he says that he thinks that Knightr is correct, that he needed voids and charge lots for that type of engagement in that last game, and that's probably what lost it for him. I think you're exactly right. Art of War's Blaze really, really did a great job countering AoWKnighter in that last game, and AoWKnighter just quite frankly wasn't prepared for it. He thought he had that game under control, but he tried at probably a little bit too late in the game to get those immortals out. I mean, once you see that first Thor, you've really got to go for those immortals. Fast, fast, fast. Get some charge lots out, and go ahead and get Void Ray since you've already got that Stargate. So great point there from Best, and he is a phenomenal player. You guys check him out. I will have some videos of him. They should be below this video, actually, if you're seeing this on YouTube. So go check down the list just a little bit on my channel there. Oh, and while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. I mean, that's useful. And for those of you out there on the live stream, the YouTube channel is /NACFC2, so go check it out. And we do have Cybercore going down here for AoWKnighter. Notice that he did get double gates very, very quickly, and going for his gas here late, and he did get a very, very early expansion. I think he did go for his 15, but I wasn't counting at that moment. I should have done that, but I didn't. But it was a very, very fast expansion. Noted that did complete right around 4 minutes, so super fast. Blaze doing a very similar thing here. He does have his command center going to be complete here in just a moment. A bunker going down here for some static D. I like it. And he is going to be working on his gas just now. Second barracks is on the way, so good looking openers so far from these guys. And yeah, third barracks, wow, interesting. Which I guess he can support now fairly easily. But command center now going to be complete. Is he going to turn it straight into an orbital, I wonder? Yes, he is. Orbital first. There goes the mule at the expansion, and we do have not an SCV transfer. No SCV transfer quite yet, but we do have this bunker complete. It does have 3 Marines in it, and a third gas going down for AoWKnighter right now. So it looks like he is going to be teching up here just a little bit. Notice that he does have that Cybercore on the way, but no new tech quite yet. He hasn't decided what tech pattern he wants. I think that he's probably going to wait for his scouting before he does choose that. He hasn't been out of his base quite yet. I mean, we can check his vision. Look at that. He has not been out of his base at all. So he's probably going to do some scouting here in just a bit and then choose a tech pattern. We shall see. Let's check back in on Blaze. Notice that he does have his tech lab complete now. Going to be waiting on some gas, it appears. Oh, he's got plenty of gas. He could go ahead and start some upgrades here, that's for sure. But maybe he's waiting for something else. It is going to be an engineering bay right now, as well as nothing else. So, there you go. But some Marines is what it's going to be. No Marauders quite yet. I half expected to see a Marauder come out, but it is going to be Stim first here, and just Marines for a while. AoWKnighter just now scouting his opponent. He's going to cruise up into this base first. Not going to find anything there. Going to go to the next one, and that's where he will find his opponent. We'll check back in on that scout here in just a moment, see what kind of intel he gets. It's probably not going to be very much considering that bunker. Now, we do have some new tech here. It is going to be a robotics, probably just because he needs to get an observer out at this point to appropriately scout his opponent. And here at 7.5 minutes, I mean, the scouting for AoWKnighter is abysmal, and he's got to get some done. Otherwise, he's not really going to know how to counter his opponent. So, a couple more gateways, it appears, going to be out on the field. There are 5 now total, and a 4th gas going down, so he's going to have plenty of gas here. What is he spending all of this gas on? He's got an observer now. I guess that's all of it. And some forage going down, as well as a 4th gas. And still no solid tech pattern here quite yet, so interesting stuff. Yeah, it doesn't look like that guy got up into the base. Let's just check his vision real quick, see what he saw. He's like, oh, wow, a bunker, and another one going down. So he didn't get tons of scouting intel, but he does know where his opponent is now. So that's kind of interesting. In the meantime, we do have an observer finally coming out across the map here for AoWKnighter. Is going to find out what's going on in this base. It's going to be a factory going down here. I wonder what Blaze is going to be doing with that factory. That's kind of interesting. Probably going, I would assume, straight for Starport at this point. But 3 racks right now, not too bad. Probably could use 1 or 2 more at this point if he is going to stick with that bile ball. But we'll see if that does mean a tech switch or not. Yep, it's going to be double starports. Double starports. Got to love it. But the Observer Scout is now in the base. Is going to be checking things out. Does see quite a bit. Does see the Marauders, the Marines, the double bunkers, and can catch wind of, I think, the starports there. Let's just check his vision. Yeah, he does see the starport going down. But has not moved. He's just kind of kicking it. Not really scouting the entire base yet. That's okay. Tech pattern is going to be +1/+1 right now, as well as a third for Knighters. So no real new tech quite yet. Still on the 5 gateways. Double forges, obviously, since he's getting those double upgrades, but is going to be getting, oh, there it is, the robotics base. So we've got thermal lance now. That's new tech. Is going to be some Colossus. But the third base, I think, going down in great time here for Knightr. Looks like Blaze is going to be gearing up for the same thing. Maybe. He does have an SCV here. Poised and waiting for the command. Yep, there we go. Command center going down. And the factory cruising out across the field. Looks like he is going to gather a little bit of scouting intel eventually. We'll check back in just a moment. Might as well. And, ooh, double engineering base and an armory going down. Going to be getting out a lot of infantry upgrades, it appears. Not a bad play there. I like it quite a bit. Going to be, plenty of Vikings, it appears, for just a moment. One of these got a reactor. A lot of Vikings coming out on the field right now. Hey, that Knightr is going to try and place a pylon in his opponent's command center. However, he is going to be sad to find that it will not work. So, yeah. Well, going to be putting a lot of pylons actually around the map here. Is starting to saturate his third natural here, his third base. Does have a couple photon cannons on the ready. Look at that. We've got concussive shells finally on the way here at 12 minutes into the game. Not bad, but it is going to be a push here from Blaze. Interesting. Did go ahead and salvage these suckers. And cruising forward here. Taking out that probe. Let's check back in. We do have more Colossus. Well, 2 Colossus on the field already. Is he going to get a third one queued up? I don't know. Third here for Blaze is complete. Let's just check in on the units tab, see where we're at. 71 probes for Knightr, so he has hit that, essentially that critical number. 49 SCVs for Blaze, but he does have a pretty decent advantage with the Mule, so that will bridge a lot of that gap there. Not all of it, but some of it, so he's looking okay economically there. Just slightly behind, but not by very much. Looks as though Knightr felt like moving out for a second, but didn't choose to do it. He saw his opponent cruising there, I think, and decided to wait and would rather defend than offend, which is not a bad idea. So, I mean, Protoss tend to be very, very good defensively up on this high ground position. We'll see if he's going to be able to do that. But since he does have this natural up, he may have to come down to the low ground to defend. So we'll see how that's going to go in just a bit. But look at all these Vikings. My goodness, it's a big commitment to these Vikings here. And he needs to really, really have good control over the Vikings. Take out these Colossus, always a good thing to do, but then go ahead and land them. I really, really like to see players, when they do take out the Colossus, go ahead and land them. Get those guys in the fight. Looks like some DT cruising in here. Not a bad tech switch. Scan going down there, but there's a couple more to deal with. 2 more, it appears, and a lot of damage going to be dealt here from Knightr. This guy going to be picking up a lot of kills. A lot of kills. Let's go check in on the other guy. He's going to be doing the same thing. Picking up kills. Picking up kills. Cleaning them out. Cleaning them out. Okay, now Blaze got to get back to work ASAP. Just like that song. Get back ASAP. I like that song. Quite a bit, actually. Now this, he's got plenty of missile turrets going up here, so should be able to defend here relatively well, but this army now for Knightr looking pretty scary. He does have several Archons in here. Whole bunch of lots. Does he have charge on the way quite yet? No, he does not. Is going to be getting in some more DTs, but here comes a very, very, very big push from Blaze. Is going to go ahead and take out a pylon on his way and a probe. Look at all these Marines. We do have +2/+2 complete. We've got some ghosts. Are they in the army, though? I don't see it. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. 1 ghost in the army. Going to need to EMP, like, right now. Oh, maybe not. Knightr did back out there. AoWKnighter did back out, so we'll see how this is going to go. Is Blaze going to go ahead and go for this attack? I don't know. Oh no! He did get the EMP off, but right in the center there, so not too bad. But there was only the one EMP available to him, and that ghost did go down very, very, very quickly. Here comes the attack from Blaze. He is stimming forward here, trying to take these suckers out. Looks like he may be able to clean up house. He's got some more ghosts now in the army. That is looking really solid. Those EMPs making a big difference here. A lot of lots here. No charge on these guys yet, though. Oh, no, yeah, he does have charge. He did finish it. Never mind. So he does have this humongous bio ball, though, here. Good EMP going down on those charge lots. Great kiting here. Going to be getting right up next to those charge lots, taking them out ASAP. I love all the heal coming down from these medevacs. It's looking really, really solid right now, and Blaze cruising out across the field with even more streaming units across the map, and AoWKnighter in just desperate straits right now. Oh man, this is brutal, brutal, brutal for him. I love this attack from Blaze. So many Marines, so many Marauders, and that stim push just so difficult. A whole bunch of DTs now coming in here. He's got to get a scan down on this army. There he goes. There he goes, taking out some of those DTs. Is going to go straight for these pylons, unpowering these buildings now. Going to come down here and probably do the same thing at this position. Here comes some more DTs. Got to get another scan down. Oh, but look at this. Even better. Blaze going to pick them up and get them to safety. Wow. Great control there. A couple units here. Going ahead and sniping this Nexus. Here comes the warp in, but going to be the drop right here to try and clean this up. Looking really good. That Nexus does go down. We are on 0 mining base essentially for AoWKnighter. Check this. His main almost completely mined out. Great push here from Blaze. And it does get cleaned up here. But, I mean, how do you come back? How do you come back if you're AoWKnighter at this point? I mean, yeah, he's got some DTs. He's going to have to get, like, drop happy or something. He's got to do a lot of damage economically to his opponent. But that's just going to be difficult to do. I mean, considering the position that Blaze is in. He's in such a strong economic position. 3 mining bases. Actually, yeah, his main is still mining here. So 3 mining bases. Now, AoWKnighter going to go ahead and take the gold. I think this aggressiveness here is smart. It may not work. You know, I mean, it's going to be tough, but it may not work. But if anything is going to work, it is going to be taking this third. Now, notice that he's retaking this base right here. He may retake this one, but I doubt it. It's pretty close to mined out. He may as well just take another base, like maybe this one right here, or even this one would probably be good. But notice that there is a factory, obviously blocking this one, so probably not going to be able to do that. But it looks like AoWKnighter is going to be gearing up for a potential counterattack here. Notice that he is going to go ahead and put a pylon up here for some warp-ins. He's got that observer in place. Oh no, he's just cruising out here for defense of his gold. He knows he's got to hold this gold, so not bad. Oh. Good stuff, though. Here comes that probe transfer. Is going to finally get some serious mining back in the works here. He's not been mining for so long at this point. Blaze does have his gold expand now as well. It is going to be a planetary fortress, but we do have a scary Colossus here with that range, out of range of the orbital, I mean the planetary. Not going to be able to not going to be able to do any damage to that long-range unit there if you are a planetary fortress. But Blaze did cruise forward there, is scary enough to make his opponent back off for just a moment. But it looks as though AoWKnighter is dead serious about trying to deny this. But it did complete. Not going to be able to attack it with all these other units. So he's going to have to just sit there with the Colossus potentially. But he doesn't really want to engage this army. So he's got to be careful not to force Blaze into an attacking mode. Because if he does, then engaging this army may not go well for him. He's got plenty of ghosts in here. Going to see some EMPs here. Good EMPs. Very good EMPs. Another going down. Softening up those immortals. I mean the Archons so quickly, and there it is. GG, well played, says AoWKnighter. I do agree. Blaze, phenomenal play there. Good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a nice best of 3. That is probably going to be it for the evening, so thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt-tab. Always alt StarCraft. We will see you guys next time.